everybody. Figure I'd go ahead and swing you around here, and I got me a little rough draft picture drawn up. It's nothing special, just kind of get my brain, going and see what I can kind of fit on the page before I actually start the picture. Alright, so this is a quick drawing that I did. I only spent about 2 minutes on it, but this gives me an idea of like the placements on where I want to put everything at. So starting off up here, this is like the blade, the chainsaw, the chain links right here. I figured I'd go ahead and put it up here on the top, give it a border, and the same thing with the bottom. So I figured that'd be kind of a cool, interesting little effect that I can do. Off to the left, I want to do like his main face right here. And then in the middle, I want to do his face, but a little bit smaller, and then a little bit of a body coming down. And then in the middle of it, this is going to be like a silhouette of him. So I figure I kind of fade that in there, mess around with that a little bit. Off here to the right is going to be him holding the chainsaw, and it's going to be just kind of a side angle of it. So this is kind of the way I want everything to look and how everything is placed, but I wanted a lot more detail, of course, because this right here is a 2-minute drawing, obviously. I want to spend like 10 hours or 15 hours on it and make it really nicely detailed. Yes, the pressure's on, and I know I can do it, and we will have a lot of fun with this. Let's roll. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and start off on the border up here and on the bottom down here. And I want to go ahead and do the chain links, the chain blade on the chainsaw. So that's where we're going to start out at. So this is the part that I'm talking about. These are going to be like the teeth, the chain links and stuff like that. So that is going to be the top and bottom of the border. So I got 2 pieces of paper taped together, and I got the reference picture all drawn out here, and then I just went over with the razor blade, kind of cut it out. So now I got me a real nice stencil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blast it over with my airbrush and the white paint, and then I'm going to take the stencil and I'm going to move it on down because it only goes so far. And then once I finish the top, I'm going to reverse the stencil and I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom. As you can see, I got a nice outline on the top and a nice outline on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the razor blade and I'm just going to cut out all of this section right here. I just got done cutting the top border and I got done cutting the bottom border. So I got a nice chainsaw effect. I'm going to take these links right here, this one, and number 4. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut those out and I'm going to use them as a stencil. Alright. So I got the stencil cut out. I got it taped down the way I want. Now I got the white paint loaded in, and I'm just going to go over and just kind of give it a light coat of white. I went ahead and cut out a circle. This is the chain link, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to spray right here in the circle, and then I'm going to flip it over and then do the other side. So I'm going to do that with every single one of them. Alright, I got the links, all these holes here all filled in. Kind of got like a little bit of a light source coming in from this direction. As you can tell, I've made like a little bit of a highlight here on the little corners. But now I'm going to go in with the gel pen, and I'm going to highlight some of the top here, some of the sharper parts. It's looking good so far. So right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to darken with the black. I'm going to give all these little links right under the bottom. I'm going to give them a little bit of a shadow. And then I'm going to go back in with my stencil again with the circle and put it right back over it again. And I'm going to load up some white, re-highlight all these holes again. So it'll give it kind of a raised surface. It'll look like, you know, these little rivets and stuff are kind of popping out, and there's a little bit of a shadow being casted down underneath. So let's keep going. Oh man, I love the chainsaw going on up here. I probably got a little bit more, a couple little details that I'm going to add in through the picture up here and down here. But right now, I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks really cool. I'm going to go ahead and take this picture off, the right side of him carrying the chainsaw. I was kind of thinking about it. If I put these two pictures in here, I can blow them up and make them a little bit more bigger than what they are and originally what I had it. So I think that'll be a cool idea. It just won't be, you know, 3 pictures. It'll be 2, but I should be able to pack in a lot more detail by doing this. I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this picture and I'm going to go ahead and draw these 2 up, get them nicely fitted on here. Mr. Leatherface is on the picture. So I got them all drawn out. I'm not going to draw out the other side. I'm just going to work on him right now. I do have a little bit of an overspray problem. Just a little bit right there. That's totally a-okay because we'll cover that right on up. But he's looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my airbrush. I'm going to get some white paint. And then we're going to start chipping away at him and see if we can get him to look really, really good. Alright, so before I start, I'm going to go ahead and spray him with a light coat of white. Just kind of give it a little bit of a dusting. And then we're going to start doing, some of the highlights and stuff like that. And then I'm going to go back in with my black. And I like to use my own black because I don't like to use the same black as what's on the poster board. So by using a little bit more white, the black that I go in with here later, it'll show up a whole lot better if I kind of, overspray a little bit on the picture. So that's what we're going to do. So let's keep on rolling. So I did do a little bit of off-camera painting right here on his shoulder. I kind of highlighted a little bit more. Did some more of this rip material up here. Did some more of his shirt, kind of got some more details and stuff like that here. And then over here, kind of highlight this a little bit with the white, because when I go in with the black on the back of his head, the white, it'll kind of look like there's a light source behind him, and it won't be black on black, and it will be kind of hard to see that way. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a white here, and then when I go back in with the black and kind of fill his hair in, it'll give you a nice little outline and kind of a highlight back here. So I thought about going in with the white Prismacolor pencil and doing a little bit of a sketch of way the material and stuff like that is kind of going and flowing. But you know what? Screw it! I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to get the airbrush, and we're just going to just get on in there and just see what we can do and how well we can do it. You know, it's fun. It's fun to not have all the lines and stuff like that filled in. You just kind of, you know, make things up as you go. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, so I think I'm all done with the white for right now. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the black. So I got me a 50-50 mix ratio into the airbrush, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of darken in a lot of these really pitch black areas. I am done using the 50/50 black. I think he's dark enough. Now I want to go back in with a lighter black. So all I'm going to do is use the same black, but I'm just going to reduce it down. And I'm looking at a 1:10 mix ratio. So 1 part paint, 10 drops reducer. And my air pressure for this piece is probably around the 10 to 20 psi. Probably no more than 25. I'm just gonna go ahead and just work on his face, get that all nice and tidy, and then just kind of move down, and then just kind of move over, and he should be getting close to being done. I want to talk for about 2 minutes and tell you guys some of the stuff that I want to do and the direction that I'm going to be going here, and probably the next couple months is I'm going to be doing clear coating. This is what I've been wanting to do for a really long time. So this is going to be a trial and error. So it's going to be all new to me again. So I want to have a lot of fun doing some clear coating projects this year when the weather breaks and it gets nicer, because right now we are in the dead of winter. So this is one thing that I'm going to be looking forward to. And another thing that I want to do more of is blacklight painting. I got this 60 watt LED blacklight. I got 2 of them. So when you turn this thing on, this whole room is a glowing. So it's a lot better than the 2 4-foot blacklight tubes that I was using. So this is going to be a really nice blacklight to do a lot of future blacklight paintings, which I love doing, and you know, it's fun. You know, it's something different. And here is the paint gun that I will be using with the clear coat. I haven't used this for a really long time. Actually, I broke it down the other day and I cleaned it all out, so it's really nice and ready to spray some clear coat and spray some paint. So yeah. Alright, going back to the painting, this is the reference picture that I'm going to be doing. All of this white right here is actually going to be black. I just kind of inverted the colors just to kind of save a little bit of ink, especially on my printer, using all the black. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll draw it on up, and then we'll get the painting. So let's roll. I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing as I did with him, is just lay down a overspray of white. That'll be kind of the foundation, and then I'm gonna go in and just add a couple layers of white, and then do the black, and then go back to white again, and see what's up. So you just keep on doing some layers. That was layer 1. Now we're going to move on to layer 2. Got layer number 2, now we're going to move on to layer number 3. So I did do some off-camera painting, especially down here on his hands and his arm. This is the chainsaw part right here. Kind of filled in a little bit of areas, and then came up here and worked on his face a little bit, so got some details and stuff like that going on. So I just wanted to breeze through that real quick. So I'm at the point of I want to put this picture of kind of like the silhouette of him. So I'm going to go ahead and trace him out on my computer and kind of get him, you know, the right size, and then we're going to lay him down, and we're going to kind of give it some overspray of white and kind of put a picture inside of a picture. So I think that'd be kind of cool. So this is the picture that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trace. And before I do that, I want to go ahead and flip him because I think he would look better in this direction on my picture. And then I'm going to go ahead and done. And I'm going to increase the brightness a little bit because I'm going to be putting a sheet of paper over top of it. So I want to be able to see it really good. And that will probably work. So there we go. I got him all cut out with the razor blade, and I went ahead and cut out these triangles here. And what I'm going to do with that is I got me a little piece of tape, which is right here, and I'm just going to put it right over top of the triangle, just like that. And I'm going to do that for all of them. I'm going to put tape on all these, and then I'm going to position them where I want them, and then we're just going to push, and voila. I got the silhouette of Leatherface, and I went ahead and cut out a little square here because in the movie he's standing in front of a door frame. So I figured I would kind of make it, you know, just so he's not floating there. There's kind of a little bit of a background, and I just came down here and kind of gave him a shadow a little bit right here. So I might be going back in and adding a couple more little details here and there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my white Prismacolor pencil because I have not finished the top part of his head. Especially with the stitches and stuff. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to lightly draw them over, and then we're going to paint it in with black. I think I'm happy with him, the way he's looking right now with all the white and the black that I've added. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and this is where it's going to get fun and interesting, and I don't know how it's going to look, so I'm just kind of hoping for the best and keeping some fingers crossed. So my idea is what I want to do is I want to use a toothbrush and then a paintbrush. This is like a smaller paintbrush, and I wanted to use some of this white paint, and I want to kind of go in and just kind of splatter some of the white down, and then I'm going to roll over it with the candy blood red. And I kind of want to do I don't want to do the whole picture, I just want to do like half. So if I can do just majority of this half, just kind of coming down, and you know, some of the blade up here and some of the blade down here with the red and the white kind of splattering effect, just so it's a white picture, white and black, and then on this side it'll be a red and black picture. So that is kind of what I'm looking at, and hopefully it turns out the way I want it. So let's just dive right on in and just have some fun with it. And voila, we got some splatters and some effects of the toothbrush and the paintbrush. I personally think it looks like rain rather than being, you know, blood splattering across the picture. So it is kind of cool to look at it as both ways. The more I look at it, it does look like rain. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up, and we are gonna blast over half this picture with the candy red. I just want to say thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully you guys all had a great time, because I know I did. And I will be looking forward to a lot of other paintings here in the future that I'm going to be doing. So hopefully you guys join me then. And I just want to say I love y'all, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.